What's going on, everyone? My name is Optimus, and today I'll be coming back with a storytime video. I haven't done one of these since I think it was like the seizure on the bus video. If you haven't seen that, I'm going to go ahead and leave a card to it, so you'll see a little eye on your screen. If you want to go watch that, go ahead and click on that, click the link, go watch that video. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and get into today's story, which is the time that I walked out of my first job, and I'm going to, tell you the story, obviously. So anyways, last year during my hiatus after the whole Amy Slayton thing, by the way, another Amy Slayton video is coming this week, because she's still being a fucking scumbag. So, it was after that, I had went on a hiatus here on YouTube, and I had a job in real life, and I don't think, tell you the name of the place, because I could probably get sued, even though I don't think they'll care about me saying anything about it. You never know. But anyways, it was like a diner, and it wasn't exactly fast food, but they made, like, hamburgers, they had all kinds of different sandwiches, they had fries, and, like, the main thing of the place was that they made a different type of hamburger than usual, but they also sold milkshakes. The one in my town hired me, and it was my first job, and I went ahead and started working this job and everything, and I didn't work it very long, so I didn't really even consider it that much of a job. I only worked it for like maybe a week and a half, 2 weeks. But anyways, at first it was pretty decent. I mean, I was learning how to do it. I was the milkshake person there, or at least one of them, because you can't just have one person doing stuff like that. And for a while everything was okay, so, I stuck through it, and I was going to work, about 4 days a week probably. And it was pretty tiring, I guess, but it wasn't like super hard. I just really had to get used to doing it because, I went from playing video games all the time to, working a job, so that's a little bit of a transition. So at first I was having problems, and it wasn't with, like, making the stuff, because, like, it's really easy. All you have to do is put what they call the shake base in, which, by the way, is not real ice cream. You put that into the cup, you go ahead and put in, like, the syrup and the shit that you put in for the certain milkshake. You put it on the little blender, you wait for it to blend the shit up, you pull it off there, you put it back into an actual cup, because you can't put an actual cup on the blender, you'll break it. Then you, like, put whipped cream on top, and then put a cherry on there, unless they request it not to be done, and then you send it on its way. Well, when the place is one of the only places that sells a really good milkshake in a town of 60,000 people, there's a lot of people who want to come in and go get some milkshakes and shit, so. Not only was transitioning starting to kick my ass after the first week, the other coworkers were just getting completely shitty with the entire morale of the store started going down, and I wouldn't say it's because of bad management. Let's just say some of the people there were like, drug addicts, and then, there were some good people there. My good friend Zach, actually. I think this is his last week there, as a matter of fact. But, it had its mixture, but a lot of the times the shitty employees kind of ruined everything for everybody else. They were really negative, and they just kind of fucking ate at the entire morale of everybody else working. And when you're working in fast food and everybody is just like bitching at each other, nothing's getting done. Nobody's getting the shit right. And it's pretty important to get shit right in a place, where a lot of people are coming through, because, people are coming there to eat. People are bringing their families there and stuff like that. You want to at least get it right, So I would occasionally mess up an order because I was brand new to the job, I had to memorize like 40 different types of milkshakes. We're sitting here just spitting out these milkshakes, and the person who's training me is not doing a very good job of training me. I had two people who were like training me depending on who was working which day. And one of the dudes was cool as fuck. Like, he actually was really helpful. He's actually the reason that, like, I did well at that job at any category, I guess, because I wasn't good at it, quote unquote, yet, because, I never really got a chance to get everything down and stuff before I just fucking walked out. But the other guy who was training me, when he was there, which unfortunately was most of the time, he didn't even teach me the shit. He just, like, he would let me go ahead and start making them, and then if I fucked one up, he would get pissed, and he would just, like, chew me out, which, I'm cool with that, He's been working here longer than I have, so obviously he knows. So then it just boils down to one, like, I think it was a Friday night, like, I just got done with school, went to work, and I didn't know at that time that I was going to walk out of my job, but a lot of shit had started complicating with the job already. They still hadn't given me my first paycheck. It was a week overdue. I didn't like that. They still had no formal way of giving me the money besides giving me a money card from the place. I didn't like that at all. So I was just getting a little bit fed up because the people who were training me were treating me like shit. Then they would go and tell, like, because there's production staff that makes the food, there's drive-through that, puts the food through the drive-through, there's the servers that deal with the main restaurant, and then there was, like, the milkshakes, who, made the drinks and the milkshakes, and in the back was, like, the dishwashers and stuff. But when someone's being trained on milkshakes and he's kind of not adjusting well for, like, his first week and a half of working there, it kind of holds up the rest of the store, especially, like, drive-through and stuff, and then they get bitched at by the customers because people are kind of stupid. So in turn, they go back and they're like, you guys need to step your shit up. And instead of telling them that I'm still adapting to the job, which, it's not really their job to know. They come to work alongside me. They don't know how long I've been there. I've only been there a week and a half, and some of them understood that, but some of them didn't, and that's fine. But when you have your trainer who's sitting here supposed to be, training you how to do the job, he's not doing that. He's just kind of letting you swim in the water with no, there's no life vest or anything, and you don't know how to swim, and he's not teaching you how to. And then, like, when the sharks come around to fucking bite you, he just tells the sharks he's new. That's not really helping the situation out very much. So then he starts telling a bunch of bullshit to the other employees about, about my work ethic and whatnot, and he starts talking shit, and I'm cool with that. Like, I'm not gonna do anything about it. I make minimum wage. What am I gonna fucking fight him for, like, $8.15 an hour? Who gives a shit, right? But it gets to the point where it's getting brought up to management, and the management's kind of starting not to like me because, I'm getting everyone to fucking bitch to them, and I'm getting customers to call and bitch to them because I'm, still learning fucking stuff up, right? And he set me the fuck off that night because we're sitting there working. We got a huge influx of people coming in. It was like 8 o'clock on a Friday night. Everybody's hungry, right? And I tried. I really did. So I'm sitting here working with him. He's keeping up well because he's been working here for years. I'm still kind of struggling. He's got to help me on some things. Wasn't his best of days, probably. But he literally abandons me on station without saying anything to me. In a restaurant where, there's probably 100 people at least in the actual diner, and then there's cars piled all the way around the drive-thru line, and then you have somebody who's a week and a half old at the job sitting here trying to do all the shit for the entire restaurant. Even two people who are trained have trouble doing that, but when you're a week and a half old to the job, you're never gonna get that done, right? So anyways, he's gone for like 45 minutes. He just went to production. He just went right up there to the grill and started doing that shit. Left me completely alone. And of course he was pissed because he had dated some girl who was working there and they had broke it up and he was trying to always get back with her, and that's why he was always going up to production where she was at. She didn't fucking like him. So he kept going up there and just literally abandoned me at my station. And so everybody thinks that I'm just completely fucking everything up on purpose. Like, they just think that, they think he's back there. They think he's back at the station with me working, but they don't realize that he just completely fucking abandoned me. He completely abandoned me on this station alone. I'm sitting here trying to do all this work on my own as a new recruit to the job, right? And when I finally start telling them, oh my god, did they get fucking mad at him. So pretty much everyone at the store at this point is just on this dude's ass because he's being a complete douchebag, right? He's abandoning a new recruit. He's holding the restaurant up. We were probably backed up 45 minutes. So I don't know. I don't know what happened to him. All I know is at that point I was like, fuck this. I'm not doing this, okay? Like, I understand that you deal with a lot of stuff, especially in fast food, but you deal with a lot of stuff when you're working. But I'm not going to sit there and take shit for $8.15 an hour to the point where this guy is like getting everyone turned against me, I guess, and is just completely fucking, it's not going to work out. If I'm not getting trained to do the job or anything, it's not going to work. So I just, I went back to the manager's office and I was like, hey, Bill, that's not his real name, but hey, Bill, where's my paycheck? He said, oh yeah, it's right up front. It's up there by the cashier's little checkout station and everything. You go ahead and grab it. So I went, okay, by the way, I'm done. And just walked right back out there, grabbed my shit, and I opened it. And I honestly, I don't think I'm ever going to forget this, because I didn't like this guy at first, right? I forget his name, to be honest with you, but this guy was a really awesome guy. He really did help me. He went from being a server when I needed help to come back to help me. And to risk getting yelled at by management to do something like that, that's pretty fucking cool. Like, that guy deserves a round of applause. I almost didn't quit because of this guy, but he walks up to me, and he's like, hey, I just want to let you know that you're doing a great job and everybody likes you. And I was like, thanks, man. I was like, but I don't work here anymore. So I was still in my uniform and shit. I just walked out the door. The manager's completely fucking confused. The entire restaurant's watching me now. I didn't mean to create that big of a commotion, but I just didn't feel like being treated like shit anymore. So long story short, I don't think I'm allowed back there. I never gave them back their apron or anything. They never charged me for it. They ended up paying me in full for all of my, hours and stuff. So I spent that shit up already. I got a new job, and plus, that's been almost half a year ago now. So anyways, thank you guys for watching this video. It's a little long, a little bit of a hard story to tell, especially. I didn't script this or anything. I didn't write the story down. I just kind of went off the top of the head with this one. So make sure that if you did enjoy to drop a like, subscribe if you're new around here for Call of Duty content, cut comms, and stories. And until next time, guys, this is Optimus, signing out.
Tools. You put a sword in my steed. I put an arrow in your steed. I just got a potion of leaping. I got some diamonds, no diamonds, eh? Play my craft, my diamonds. Play my craft, my diamonds. Play my craft, my diamonds, eh? Play my craft, yeah.